Silence for 2 seconds. There was a student, brilliant mind, always had the right answers, but every time he raised his hand in class, the teacher looked right through him. Every time he spoke in a group, people just kept talking. Like he wasn't even there. He wasn't ugly. He wasn't dumb. He wasn't rude, but something about him made people feel he doesn't matter right now. And the worst part, he started believing it too. He started thinking, maybe I'm just not the kind of person people listen to. And that thought, that one quiet, painful thought, is what I want to talk about today. Because it was never true. It was never about who he was. It was about what his body was silently saying without him even knowing. If you've ever felt invisible, even in a room full of people, even around people who are supposed to know you, please tap that like button right now, because this video is for you. And I mean that. Meet Ethan. First year of college, nervous, hopeful, trying his best. His professor announced a class presentation. Best one gets extra marks. Ethan went home and worked on it for 2 full weeks. Late nights, rewritten notes. Practiced in front of his mirror, his content was honestly the best in the class. But when he walked up to the front of that room, something happened. His eyes went straight to the floor, like the ground was safer than people's faces. His voice dropped so low that students in the 3rd row were leaning forward just trying to hear him. His hands gripped that paper so tight, like letting go would mean falling apart. He finished, sat down, and the room went quiet. Not the impressed kind of quiet, the uncomfortable kind. Then a classmate, Ryan, stood up. Average notes. Half the preparation, but Ryan walked up slowly, looked at the room like he was glad to be there, and spoke like every word mattered. The class leaned forward on their own. Ryan got the applause. Ryan got the extra marks. And Ethan sat in the back staring at his hands, thinking, I worked so much harder, why does this keep happening to me? That question, Ethan, has an answer. And it was never about your notes. I want to ask you something real. Have you ever prepared really hard for something, a presentation, an interview, a conversation, and still felt like nobody truly noticed your effort? What happened? Tell me in the comments. I read them. Every single one. And I want to hear your story. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, what you are speaks so loudly. I cannot hear what you say. Read that again slowly. Your body is always giving a speech, even before your mouth opens, even when you think nobody is paying attention. Even when you're just sitting in a corner, quietly hoping someone notices you, your body is speaking. The question is, what is it saying? When your shoulders fall forward, when your back curves like you're trying to take up less space, when your head hangs low like you're carrying something heavy, your body is whispering to every single person in that room, I'm not sure I belong here. And people believe it. Not because they're cruel, not because they want to hurt you, but because humans are wired to read energy. And collapsed energy feels like, step over this person, they won't mind. The fix is not complicated, and it doesn't require you to be someone you're not. Just pull your shoulders back, gently, like you're making room for your own breath. Let your chest open up, keep your chin level, not up in arrogance, just straight ahead, like you walked into that room on purpose, like you have every right to be there, because you do. Olivia was in her final year of college. Creative, thoughtful, full of ideas that actually made sense. But in every group project meeting, she would sit slightly away from the table, not quite in, not quite out, arms crossed over her chest, like she was protecting something fragile inside her, eyes on her notebook, voice always just a little too soft. She'd share an idea, and within seconds, someone louder would repeat the same idea, with more confidence, more eye contact, and the whole group would say, yes, that's brilliant. It happened so many times that Olivia started telling herself a story. My ideas just aren't good enough. And that story was slowly breaking her. One evening, her closest friend Sophia sat next to her and said, Olivia, every time you speak, your body is already apologizing for speaking. You cross your arms like you're ashamed of your own thoughts. You look down like you're asking for permission to exist. We don't see your idea, we see your doubt. And we believe your doubt more than your words. Olivia didn't speak for a long moment, because somewhere deep inside, she knew Sophia was right. Next meeting, Olivia sat at the center of the table. She uncrossed her arms. Slowly, consciously, she looked at people when she spoke. She let her words land, without shrinking at the end. Same ideas, same Olivia. But this time, the room actually listened. This time, they said her name when they repeated the idea. Nothing changed about who she was. Everything changed about how she showed up. Here's something I want you to sit with. Do you ever cross your arms when you're around people who make you feel uncertain? Notice it next time. Your body knows things your mind hasn't said out loud yet. When you look away from people, they don't think, oh, they must be shy. They think they're hiding something. Or they don't respect me enough to look at me. Or they don't even believe in what they're saying. And none of those thoughts are going to make anyone respect you. Eye contact is not a stare. It is not aggression. It is not dominance. Eye contact is presence. It says, I am here, I see you, and I am not afraid to be seen. Try this next time someone is talking to you. Just hold their gaze for 3 to 4 seconds. Warm, natural, human, like you care about what they're saying, because you do. That one small shift, people will feel it immediately. They will feel seen. And people who feel seen, they respect the person who made them feel that way. Liam always sat alone in the college canteen, not because people didn't like him, but every time a group walked past his table, he would immediately look down at his phone, shoulders pulling inward, making himself as small as possible. He was sending a signal, not with words, but with every inch of his body. Please don't bother me. I'm not worth stopping for. So nobody stopped. And every day, the loneliness got a little heavier. One afternoon, a classmate, Noah, sat across from him and said something that Liam never forgot. Bro, you always look like you're waiting for something bad to happen. Relax your shoulders. Put the phone down. Just exist in the room. Let people see you. Liam laughed awkwardly. But that night, lying in bed, he thought about it. When did I start making myself invisible? When did I decide I wasn't worth being seen? He didn't have an answer, but he made a decision. He started sitting up straight in the canteen, phone in his pocket, eyes open, posture open, heart slowly open. Within 2 weeks, people started sitting with him. Conversations started happening naturally. A whole group of friends formed out of nothing, out of just being present. He didn't change who he was. He just finally stopped hiding who he was, and that made all the difference. Psychologist Albert Mehrabian discovered something that honestly should be taught in every school. When you communicate with someone, only 7% of what they receive is your actual words. 93% is your body language and your tone. 93%. So you could say the most perfect sentence in the world, but if your body looks scared, if your shoulders are collapsed, if your eyes are running away, people will believe your body every single time. Let me make this simple for you. Stand tall, not with arrogance, but with belonging. Open your posture. Uncross those arms. Make space for connection. Make eye contact. See people. Let them see you. Keep your hands calm. Stillness feels like strength. Let your voice land. Don't let it disappear at the end of your sentences. These are not tricks. These are not fake confidence hacks. These are signals. Signals that tell the world, I am calm. I am present. I am here. And I deserve to be heard. You know what genuinely saddens me? There are people right now sitting in college classrooms, in group chats they're too scared to speak in friendships where they feel like the background character, who are kind and smart and full of something real. But they keep getting looked past, not because the world decided they don't matter, but because nobody, not a single person, ever sat them down and said, hey, the way you carry yourself is either quietly opening doors for you or quietly closing them, and you have the power to change that. That is why this channel exists. Not to make you fake, not to turn you into someone you're not, but to help you finally show up as the full version of yourself. The one that was always there, always worthy, always enough, just waiting to be seen. Voice soft, sincere, no rush. If something in this video touched you, if even one story felt a little too familiar, please subscribe to this channel.